So just like men have qualities they wish to see in their girlfriends or the women they wish to wife or marry, you too as a woman, you need to have certain qualities to see in a man before you rush into getting married to that guy, because marriage is an everlasting union you don't want to get to, and maybe a couple of years after you start thinking of divorcing or rushing out of that marriage, maybe now with a kid or two. You don't want to get into that kind of a situation. So the tips I'll be sharing with you today: if your man has two or more of these qualities, says it is time for you to trash him with the other dirt in your house. If you have old clothes or dirt in your house you wish to trash, just trash him along, because trust me, that relationship will take you nowhere. But if he has one of these attitudes I'll be sharing, you can try maybe to work things out. Maybe he can change and be a better person. But if he has two or more, says it is time for him to go. Run, because you just waste your time. Some men are just out to waste your time and make your life miserable. The first type of guys on this list you don't want to marry or think of spending the rest of your life with. You see those very lazy, unambitious boys, those fine-faced boys who rely on their looks. They think they are so handsome and they are doing you a favor dating you. They even ask you for money to sponsor your life. Sis, if you find yourself in that kind of a relationship, run. That boy will just make your life very miserable. You will end up seeing your friends very successful. He will just pull your life behind. So I am not saying that you should not marry a broke guy or a guy that is poor. There are some boys who are broke, but they are struggling to becoming something. Like, let's say your boyfriend in school, you see how serious he is with his education, you see how pushful, how he is really serious to becoming something but doesn't have anything at that moment. Those are the kinds of qualities you need to see in a man you want to marry. If it is a businessman, you see how he's struggling to succeed without his business. You can start your life with that man and you grow together. The kinds of boys I'm talking here are those lazy ones who don't even think of progressing or doing something to even take their life forward. Marrying that kind of a man will just pull your life to the back, because you will be the breadwinner, everything to that. You will provide for yourself and him, and you will never elevate. You will see your friends, they are progressing, doing well, and that man will just pull your life. At some point, you just think of divorcing him. You might enjoy the relationship for a while, but after some time, you get to your senses and you see that that relationship is worth nothing. And you find yourself now filing papers to divorce that kind of a husband. It's good to be proactive rather than reactive. Those kinds of lazy, unambitious guys, don't even go there, sis. Wrong. The second type of guys on this list are those boys or boyfriends who don't seek your opinion before doing anything, or your opinion doesn't count in that relationship. Let's say they are planning to go somewhere or travel somewhere, they don't even tell you, and you just know the morning they are traveling, or they plan on spending time with your male friends, they don't even tell you, and you just see him dressing up and he says he's going to meet his friends. Take notes. If that is so consistent in your relationship, know that boy is the disrespectful type and you are getting into hell, because you need a man that will make you feel loved and you have that sense of belonging in that home. If he doesn't seek your opinion, it means he doesn't value you. You might just end up so depressed in that marriage. So take notes. If he is so consistent with that kind of attitude, sis, don't marry that guy. Trust me, the worst kind of relationship are those that you don't have a sense of belonging. You are just lost in the relationship and frustrated. That can make you depressed and lead to high blood pressure and the rest. You want a man that respects you, that makes you feel love and feel like you have a sense of belonging. The man will be like, I am going out with my friends this evening, baby, are you joining me? Or I should just go hang out with my friends. I just want us to chat, have a bottle or two. So I hope you don't mind. That is how a man needs to talk to you as a woman. That is respect. But there are some men that they will just wake up and just at the door, closing the door, they are telling you that they are going to have fun with their friends. Don't just start that wahala. Don't just start it. You just know that that man is going to hang out with other girls. You already just, the whole thing becomes so suspicious and you are not comfortable in that relationship. Don't marry that kind of man. Don't even say you marry him and he will change. Or he will never change. If he doesn't change as your boyfriend to start respecting you, don't marry him. Because some ladies, they make mistakes. They feel like, oh, he's doing this because he's just my boyfriend. When I marry him, he will change. Always know your worth. Walk out of any disrespectful relationship. If that man values you, he will come look for you. You talk things out and he will change. But if he doesn't, know that man is not for you. You can never change a man. A man can only change if he wants to. And that boils down to every woman empowering herself. Because if you empower yourself, you will never be desperate to stick with a man. You will know your worth. You will know you can take care of yourself even if he is not there. Not that being empowered, you don't need a man in your life. We need men so we can build families with them. But if a man is not serious, you can easily walk away from that relationship because you can take care of yourself. Most women, they die in abusive relationships because they don't have anything doing and they don't have any choice. Just stay in that relationship and die there. The third quality or attitude in your man or boyfriend you want to be sure before marrying is if he is a serial cheat and you are hoping that, oh, he's cheating because you are dating and when you marry he will change. Sis, he will not change. So if you have that boyfriend who cheats a lot, like he constantly cheats, go out without telling you, you hear him here, there with girls all over the place, don't even bother to marry that man. He will not change. That is just him. Any man who loves a woman will never cheat for that woman to know. And even if he cheats, he will apologize and you will not even open your mouth to tell your next friend or sister. It's just an example of Jay-Z and Beyonce. I love their relationship. The man cheated on the wife but apologized, even sang a song to apologize to his wife. There is no perfect relationship. There is no perfect man or woman. If your man cheats, it can be a mistake. You too, as a woman, can find yourself in that situation. You too can cheat. I have seen women who cheat on their men. So don't kill a man because he cheats the first time. If a man cheats and apologizes, you see that he is really willing to change, don't walk out of that relationship. The only kind of relationship you should walk out from are those, you know, those type of disrespectful men who cheat and even put it in your face, and when you catch them they say, yes, I've done it, so what? If you want to go, go. Or they just do it all over the place for you to notice. Or they are just so irresponsible, keeping unnecessary late hours, coming back so late in the house and owing you no explanation, and just living recklessly. Sis, don't even settle with that man. No, he will not change. I have seen bad boys. I have seen boys who date, flirt around, date so many girls, but when they find that woman they want to settle down with, they change. They don't do that anymore. They treat the lady like a princess. So if a man cheats on you to your face constantly, a serial cheat, know that man is not for you. He doesn't really love you, and maybe he doesn't know how to send you packing or asking you out of his house or asking you out of that relationship. If that continues, sis, walk out of that relationship. I've seen girls who walk out of relationships or marriages with 3 children, 2-3 children, and they still find responsible men who treat them much more better, and they live the rest of their life so happy. So you don't need to die in a relationship because you must be in a relationship, or you must marry because you think if you leave that relationship nobody will marry you, or if you leave that relationship people will laugh at you. You are running away for your sanity. You don't want to die in that relationship because you want to be in a relationship or stay married. So there is a difference between someone who cheats like a human being and apologizes to you like Jay-Z did to Beyonce, and she stayed in her marriage even though she's a superstar with everything she has. Never walk out of a relationship because a man makes a mistake once. If he makes that mistake and is willing to change, stay there and work things out with him. There is no saints out there. There is no perfect human being. We are all sinners. As he made that mistake, you too can make the mistake as well. So try to work things out till it gets to that worst situation that the man is like, you just need to go cease. So be proactive and not reactive. Don't get into it before you start getting out. So I hope somebody found these tips helpful. If you have your own, drop them down below so we can all learn. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and see you again in my next video.